On this trip to Moab, we had the pleasure of teaming up with a great group of people with 3 very different overlanding rigs. You have seen these 4x4s tackle a variety of terrain as we lived out of them for over a week. All of these rigs are purpose-built to meet very specific needs. One of our favorite aspects of overlanding is there are many styles and needs which create endless variety of builds. There's no right or wrong way to set up as long as your build fits the requirement. We are going to showcase the drivers and their overlanding builds, starting with Vey and his seriously tough Hummer. Hey, I'm here with Vey. This is my buddy. He's from California. You guys know that already. And he has this amazing H3. So tell us the bare bones on it to start.
Okay, this is a 2010 Hummer H3 Alpha with the off-road package. Alpha meaning V8.
Yep, and I'll tell you, ours is an 08. You guys know we have an 08. So you have the 10, which has a front and rear, came with the front and rear locking diffs, which are a little envious of. Do you still have the E-lockers on both front and rear?
Yes.
Nice. All right, let's start here. Tell us about this big chunk right here.
Okay, this is an ARB bull bar with a Smitty built XRC 9500 winch. These are just these pods are just cheap eBay Chinese LEDs. So I chose to run a ham antenna and a CB antenna here. A lot of people put the high lift jack right here.
Yep.
I think this serves a better purpose for that.
For sure, you got your comms right there.
Yeah.
All right, then let's look underneath a little bit real quick. You want to do that? Okay, so if you haven't noticed, this thing sits up nice and high. So what have you done?
So there's like everyone else, I started out with the torsion bar crank and running 35s, but I got a hold of a Rancho 4-inch lift. And along with that, I put a Daystar 1-inch body lift, which now clears the 37-inch tires that I have.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, it's also been re-geared actually to 456 because Alphas came with 410s only.
Yep. So you're 456 on this now?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sweet. Very cool. And then I see you've upgraded your tie rods. Everything's beefed up a bit. Some of the weak spots.
Yes, those are outfitter design heavy-duty tie rods. I also have I had their diff bushing kit. Right. That was before the Rancho lift. Mm-hmm. So I have the steering rack reinforcement, which is very important for H3s.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Nice. Okay, cool. And then let's look up here on the hood. You've done a couple things up here. Okay. So tell us what you got here.
This is the Run Cool hood louver. H3s come with a fake plastic one. This one actually vents hot air out. And over here, I'm running a 45 watt solar panel from Lensun Solar.
So this keeps your vehicle battery topped.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, they actually have a dual battery in there now too. So this keeps both batteries topped off.
Really nice. And then you have another thing. He's got a lot of things on this vehicle that you just can't buy anymore. This is one of those things.
The Safari snorkel. Yeah. There is a Chinese company kind of putting a knockoff out on eBay, but I mean that's.
Yeah. So this is the ARB Safari snorkel. You can get them on eBay or Amazon for the knockoff. It looks similar, but is it the same? I don't know. But this is the real deal here.
Right.
Sweet. All right, Vey, so what do we have here? Because you're running 37s, obviously not stock wheels. Tell us how you got this set up.
Okay, these are GT wheels, Tom Seepeck. They're designed for the H3. They're just a reboard H1 wheel, actually. So they have a 4,500 pound load rating on these.
Huge.
And they use the factory H3 hubcap covers.
Yep.
It's factory offset and everything as well, except it's a 17-inch.
Okay, right.
Allowing
16.
Yeah, so now we got more options as far as tires. And I had this one converted to a true B-lock, and it's powder coated to match the color.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks really great. And then while we're here, what have you done here? What are your shocks? What are you running here?
In the front, I'm running the Bilstein 5160s, which is basically a 5100 with the reservoir. And I don't know if you can get the back here, but there's a SBC Light Racing Jounce shock that replaces the factory rubber bump stops.
Yeah, that's nice. And I could tell when we were coming through the canyon getting here, you were much more stable than we were, hitting those corners and that as we snaked around, we were leaning. You're just flat as could be. It's pretty nice. So, Vey, tell us about the rack, and then we're going to look at your rock sliders as well since we're on this side.
So this is a Gobi Ranger. It's just the larger rack. I used to run the rooftop tent up there.
Yep.
Now, but I still got the shovel mount, the jerry can straps, which I don't use anymore. On the other side, I have the awning. I have a KC Gravity Pro 6 out in front.
Yeah, come get those lights. Those are nice. We got to use those a little bit yesterday coming in.
Yeah, H3s don't have a lot of space, so a roof rack like a Gobi really increases your cargo carrying capacity.
Yep. So something we haven't done on our H3 yet is rock sliders, but you have these. Tell us what you got, how you've liked them, how you've beat them up.
These are the Rocky Road rock sliders for the H3. One of the very first mods I put on when I got the H3 like 5 years ago, and they've taken a beating, but they've been totally fine. Just sand and repaint whenever as needed.
Yep. Yeah, they look great. I mean, it's something where, you know, I see your approach on trails is a little different than ours. We really baby things because we don't have rock sliders, so we're really careful when Natalie's calling out gaps and lines and how much clearance we have.
Well, the other reason for the confidence is the Schwartzy skid plates that cover the whole underbelly.
Yeah, his skid plates, company Schwartzy, super good guy that makes a lot of H3 stuff, and those are probably about the strongest skid plates that are on the market for any vehicle. Really. They're solid.
I think at this point they might be the only one available for the H3 now.
Probably so. Yeah. Probably so. All right, so you see the back of this thing, and it is really modded out. Now, there's nothing in the back here because he carries a trailer. What goes in the back here is almost 200 pounds of dogs. And really cool that he can fit his dogs back here because the H3s don't have a lot of storage. So that explains the trailer, which we're going to get to in a minute. But what do you have here? Because it's really slick, really organized, and I know a lot of this is customized by yourself.
Yeah, well, at least back here. So as far as the inside, I got this fold-down table. It's a fold-down molly panel. It serves as a table as well.
Wait, get right in here and here, because this is custom.
Yes, that's my Instagram handle. When you order these, you can have that custom laser cut. So that's Molly Platform Solutions, and they also make these panels for the windows as well, since nobody looks out these windows anyways.
Right. Yeah, super clean. Really, really functional too. Got an axe here, which is nice. So we all know in overlanding, sometimes you got to get creative and take parts from one vehicle or one manufacturer or another and make them work for your vehicle if they don't actually exist the way you want them. So, Vay, what is this right here?
This is a locking rear door strut from an FJ Cruiser. So factory H3 struts are relatively weak, and if you park at an angle or the wind is strong, the door will shut on you. So
yes,
this one allows you to lock it in place so that, you know, it doesn't matter how strong the wind is, it'll stay open. I mean, it isn't exactly a bolt-on modification. You do have to install a bracket, drill 2 holes, and then it'll fit right in.
Yeah, it looks great. We haven't seen that on H3 before. When you showed me that yesterday, I was like, that's genius. That's perfect. Because so many times on our H3, Natalie or myself, you know, we got the larger tire in the back, we got the trasheroo, and we've just been hit in the back. Just, and you just end up in the back of your H3 whether you want to be there or not. Okay, so on the back, you can see this thing is really set for overlanding. The H3 tire mount, the spare tire mount, is a part of the rear tailgate. It kind of swings out, but this is something different. So tell us what you did and why you did it this way.
Okay, well, I started with the ARB rear bumper. Then I got this Toyota Tacoma swing out tire carrier by Fat Fours, and I fabricated some brackets to allow it to mount to the ARB bumper. And then I moved the tire carrier to the driver's side, and I built a jerry can cradle. Now, you know, in hindsight, I should have done it the other way around, but that's what it is now.
Because your fuel tank's on that side where you fill.
Yes.
But not bad still. That works great.
Yeah, it's been working out good. I mean, there's a little bit of space because before the trailer, I used to carry 1 jerry can and the 7-gallon water tank here too.
And then this is full-size spare.
Full-size spare, yeah.
Fits up here, no problems at all.
Nope. Yeah, I used to do the max tracks here and the trasheroo also.
Yep.
It holds the weight.
Yeah.
Our dog actually sheared the locking pin yesterday.
When you have a 100 and almost 60-pound Great Pyrenees,
yes,
they kind of do that. So it looks like you took the factory camera and put it on this bumper.
Yeah. Just cut a small hole and then bolted it through.
Sweet, looks great. Covered over the factory tire carrier.
Yes, this one was custom made by a friend of mine, Benjamin Kenny. he was selling these in limited numbers. So.
Cool.
And you got the Gobi roof, a Gobi ladder, which has a cutout for the spare because we used to have the spare there also.
Yep. Very nice. Sweet looking rig. You can check it out. Here's the Alpha badge. Oh, look, part of your orange is missing. All of our orange is missing. Yeah, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Veg, we're going to go back now and look at your trailer, because you saw in the video, guys, him leading the way, going up some of those stair step areas of rocks, pulling this trailer, and it's not a super light trailer.
Right. It's between 2,500 and 3,000 pounds loaded. I mean, I can't even pick up the tongue.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
So let's look at this real quick. Okay, so this is driver's side of your trailer. Kind of tell us what you got here, the purpose for this trailer. And I know it's to get your dogs into your H3, but also it helps you.
Yeah, you know, with all the gear, this is a larger tent also. So the whole reason with the trailer is because after we had the kid, our larger dog couldn't come with us anymore. There's no room for him. So now, in order to put him in the back of the H3, that means moving the fridge and everything out of there. And this tent is too big for the roof rack. We would have lost a lot of cargo capacity as well. So now the fridge is in here on the slide. With a built-in stove as well.
Yep, nice. And you got this insulated too?
Yeah, this is insulated as well. It's an Engel 45.
Okay, nice. And then tell me, how do you like the insulator? Some people, they ask us, you guys don't run an insulator on ours. Have you noticed a benefit? Do you know?
I haven't, because then this is our first fridge, and it came with the insulator as well.
Okay.
So I can't do a comparison.
Okay, cool. All right, and then you got some electrical right here?
Yeah, so the lights on this side, controlled by one switch. The fridge, don't mind the language. There's lights for the inside and the other side as well in the back.
Okay, perfect.
And this is just an RV fold down table, just to have a little space to work with around the kitchen.
Nice.
Okay, so to make things easier, I installed a 4Runner slide inside the trailer. It's an organized mess, but everything gets strapped down, basically.
And this is one that would go like in the tailgate of a pickup truck, right?
Yes. It fits. It seems to fit just right. It'll go right up to the fridge, and I can pull everything out. I installed the little eyelets, so the straps can get hooked up too.
And this holds a lot of weight, right? It's solid.
Yes.
Really solid. Nice. Yeah, and you have lights pretty much all around, right?
Yeah, everywhere except the front.
Okay. Yeah, where you're not really walking anyway.
Right.
So they used to run the Tough Stuff Ranger tent like we have on ours. Now you switch to the Tough Stuff Alpha. Tell us your love it, hate it. What do you think?
Oh, I love it. It's so much more roomy, and the main thing is it sets up incredibly quick. The takedown is incredibly quick. That's the main part. Well, I actually added a solar panel to the surface of the tent. That way, when as we're going down the road, it's charging the fridge and everything. So.
Yeah, really smart. Okay, so your trailer doesn't charge off your vehicle currently.
Right.
But you charge off, what is that, 120 watts?
Yes.
Solar? And you're able to keep your batteries topped off nice.
Yeah.
Fridge always runs.
Yep.
Really smart. He runs his lights. We get to camp, boom, lights are on until whenever. You never worry about them dying off or anything. Really, that's nice.
Yeah, I do have a 160 watt fold out panel also as a backup. And this is the wiring. I can pull it off and hook it up. Just in case we park in a way where the side is never getting sun.
Right. So you could just find your sun. Yeah. Okay, so this one, how long have you had this Alpha tent?
Since, it's almost a year now, actually.
Is it really? Okay, so you got one of the first ones.
Yes.
Perfect. So why don't you just tell us some of the features about it, show it in there, because it's still a fairly new tent, and Tough Stuff isn't the biggest name out there for people. Right. So, come to share with.
It's very similar to the famous iCamper, except this one is you can get for literally half the price of the iCamper, and it seems to. There's a lot more. I feel like there's a lot more going on to it. There's a built-in LED strip on the outside and the inside as well.
Nice.
So just hook up a Go Zero or something. You have lighting inside and outside of your tent. The shoe bags come with the tent as well.
Right. So you have this is a shoe bag here.
Yeah.
And it has other compartments as well. Yeah. That's nice.
It's really a bargain tent, right?
And it looks like it has some kind of insulation up there.
Yes.
On the hard shell part.
Yeah, it's I think it's rated a 3 to 4 person tent, so it's much roomier than our old one.
Yeah, Yeah, I look in this and that's like a king size compared to what we're running, and we've been really happy with ours, but this would be a huge step up. All right, Vay, tell us what's Golden State Overland?
Oh, it's just a group. A friend of mine, Cameron, started. We're a small group. Everyone's really close.
Nice. And you know, this is like, for us, getting together with you guys has been really awesome. Most of the time we're on our own, so being out with other people is super nice.
Yeah.
And then where can you be found on social media?
I'm on Instagram as vdog1115. That's VDAWG1115.
Tell us, VDog, tell us about that.
Well, my name is Vay Duong, and a friend of mine, instead of trying to butcher my last name all the time, just said VDog. So it's stuck.
Nice, perfect. Okay, and we'll put that on the bottom of the screen there. So check him out on Instagram. I know you post videos on YouTube as well.
Oh yeah, same handle. Yeah.
Same handle on YouTube. He's got some videos that you'll see what this vehicle can do. He's actually got one you posted just recently where you busted a front drive shaft.
Yes.
Out abusing this thing, but this thing is rugged. You got to check those videos out. So check that link out. Go check out the videos. You'll see what a Hummer H3 can do off-road. It's pretty impressive. So, Mandeep, you want to tell us what do you got here?
Yeah, so it's a Toyota FJ Cruiser 2010 Trail Teams edition. So this particular year, Trail Team is the most rare one. There are 1,300 ever made.
Okay, so super cool Toyota. What kind of suspension what have you done to the suspension? I know you got a lift on it.
So when it comes to suspension, it's very basic old man emo. It's 2.75 with all the weight.
Okay.
And it's fairly simple suspension.
Nice. And then here, I'm going to let you hop in and you can kind of show us what you have set up for your kitchen and your storage.
Sounds good. So I have this goose gear setup for FJ Cruiser and Jeep. Like they make this one. So it pulls out with ARB fridge. And then there is the slide. Usually like I have a jet boil. So I usually use that for stove. So I just keep it as a condiments and bottles and sprays, that stuff I need for cooking.
Sure.
When it comes to this side, I have like 4 boxes. One is my recovery gear, another one is my kitchen, third one is my snacks, and fourth one is all the LEDs, miscellaneous stuff, and batteries. I made this base myself to just mount everything here.
Okay, so check out the base because it's a plywood base. You could buy the goose gear and spend $500, $800, whatever it might be, or you can just get creative on your own, drop in some 3/4 inch or 5/8 inch, whatever it might be, plywood, mount that to your vehicle, and you're super good. That's something we've thought about doing on our H3, just because it's simple, it's basic, you could paint it whatever color you want, and it's gonna look really, really good.
So the bumper is not very common here in United States. It's a KMR from Australia. It comes with dual swing out. So on one side there is tire which is offset, which is unusual. Usually all the FJ Cruiser come with like middle placement.
Yep.
And this one has like 2 jerry can mounts. Different thing about these, like if you see, like they are mounted sideways because Australian government doesn't allow you to have these jerry cans extending your wheel.
Sure. And
I installed this 4Runner table mount. Again, I came up with my own idea that there is a unistruts here which are holding this table, but again it's so strong that you can sit on it.
Nice. Yeah, this is kind of your fabrication to make the 2 pieces work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. And this one is a lifesaver jerry can. Usually I always camp close to the rivers, or if I find a river, I will just fill this thing. It has a big filter in it. You're gonna see like a lot of water coming out because filter is pretty big. So it.
Oh yeah, nice.
So it's pretty neat piece. I don't have to carry like a lot of water with me.
Right. Yeah, that's a plus. It's so nice when you have this way to store your water. We use little 2-gallon things, and this is way better. Love
yeah,
that.
and it has a pump also in the back, so it's a pressurized.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
So you can take showers also with this thing. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, so let's talk about the next thing, which we're really envious of, and that's this thing up here, because honestly, he shows up to camp. Everybody's setting up and everybody's doing everything. Last night we're here. We got the fire going, and Steph looked over and says, "Hey, what are you going to sleep in? You don't have your tent up." And he's like, "No, don't worry. It's up in like 10 seconds." And exactly, go ahead and we'll tell you.
Yeah, so it's a Alu-Cab Generation 3 tent. It really takes like less than 30 seconds to pop up and about 45 seconds to close. All you have to do is just take this thing off and you just like close this thing down.
I'm timing you.
So that's it.
Yeah, that is
And
so
you just
slick.
put these latches on, and you're done.
Okay, and then also on the Alu-Cab, what do you store up in there? I know you carry your bedding and whatnot in there.
Yeah, so this trip I was not sure about like how weather is gonna be, so I have two sleeping bags. One is 20 degree and one is 0 degree double for two people.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's two pillows and there's a little blanket, and
it all stays in there when you close it down.
that is right. So
Yeah, that's
it
not
also,
fair.
yeah, it makes your life so easy. You don't have to worry about bringing everything down, or and FJ cruisers are really small.
Yeah.
They look big from outside, but inside it's really small. So it's like a Lego you're playing, and took me about like 3-4 years to come to this setup. Still evolving, but I'm pretty happy right now.
That's beautiful, really beautiful. And you guys have seen the inside of RH3 when we're packed, how pillows and blankets are stuffed everywhere, which kind of holds everything else in place.
Yeah.
But that's really nice. That's a super upgrade.
It's, makes your life easy.
Yep. Okay, wanted to show you inside here his kind of electrical charging power bank system, which is really nice, which we've taken advantage of and charged some things off of his battery bank. So show us what you got here.
Sure. So I don't have a dual battery system, but I run this Gold Zero setup, which is about like Yeti 1400, and I have like camped at the same location. You don't need to charge for 3 days. At 3 or 4 days, it runs fridge, charges all of my batteries for LEDs, and if camera is needed. And I have a solar panel, so if I put a solar panel out, then I don't even need to move at all. So
Nice.
pretty good setup. It has like little compartment to hold wires. Reason I don't have dual battery, we use this car as a daily drive also. I'm trying to reduce the weight, so there's not too much stuff in the
Sure.
rig. Yeah,
Well, it works great.
Yeah.
It's a sweet setup.
yeah.
Okay, going to show you one other feature, two more features on this vehicle. One, Mendeep, tell us about how you have your tent mounted, because you have no rack here.
Yeah, so I used to have a Rhino rack, really great rack, but again, when I installed the tent, I noticed like why I have so much weight on the top when tent is covering everything. So I got rid of my rack and installed these crossbars, and my tent weight is perfectly supported, no issues from last 1.5 year. So it reduced a lot of weight on top.
Sure.
About around like 20 pounds.
When you're sitting at least 6 inches lower, right?
Yes, sir. That reduced my height also, which surprisingly I gained 0.6 miles after replacing my rack with these crossbars.
So your miles per gallon increased.
Yes, sir.
So now you're getting at least as good as a Hummer H3.
Yeah. Yeah, the range is really bad. I usually like every fill up, I track my fill ups, like how
Sure.
much gas mileage it gives. So I was very surprised just reducing the height, like it gave advantage when
Well,
it came to gas mileage.
it looks super clean too. It looks really
Thanks.
nice.
Yeah, and another thing which we did is have installed I ordered extended gas tank,
Right.
which I haven't installed yet because I'm just lazy. Estimating. It adds 30 more gallons on top of 17 gallons.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So it will be a Prius of FJ Cruiser.
There you go. So if you're looking at the front here, you might be thinking, hey, he's got one headlight. So all right, tell us what happened here.
So I had like these really cheap Amazon mounts, and sometimes cheap is not the best. I tried to adjust. And,
they just hang here too.
Yeah, and it sheared the threads. And,
right.
And on the trail, Vega was like, "Why your light looks crooked?" And when we came, I was like, "Oh, good thing I didn't lose my light." So yeah, time for a better light mounts.
Nice. Cool. And then how about your bumper here? That's a really nice bumper, and you got your extra lights over here, which is great.
Yeah, so this is a DeMello bumper. It's all aluminum. It's a Baja bumper. I don't think so they make any more.
Okay.
Super lightweight. When I installed, I was only one. I just like lifted and installed.
Yep.
So far, it has served its purpose.
And you can put a winch here if you want to.
That is right, sir. I don't have winch right now. Usually it's there. I cracked my AC line because DeMello, you are supposed to bend the AC line. So when I fixed my AC line, I was again lazy. I didn't install my winch back. And these lights are dynamic.
Okay.
You can use them on the road. They are SA DOT
Okay,
approved.
nice. That's a plus.
Yeah. Skid plates are Ricochet, all aluminum.
Okay.
They actually like goes all the way up, but I had to cut to adjust some of the things. But my old bumper didn't accepted that bend, so I had to cut. But
Gotcha.
I'm gonna order a new front one
To smooth out this.
Yes, sir.
To take that lip out. Nice.
Yeah. And when it comes to sliders, they are all Pro Apex sliders.
Okay, so this is All Pro Epic slider, you were saying?
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
All Pro Apex. That's the most heavy duty they make.
Mhm.
I bought on a Black Friday sale, and I installed this 3M abrasive tape.
Sure.
So my wife sometimes wear heels, and I don't
yeah.
want her to slip and
Yep.
fall. So
Yeah, I slip and take a shin on a
Yeah.
rock slider. That's
Yeah.
not going to be good.
yeah. And when it comes to wheels, they are stock Trail Team FJ Cruiser wheels. These are fake bead locks. They are not real. They were chrome, but I took them off and sandblasted them.
Are these from Amazon too?
No,
No? Okay.
they came with the truck, and I was planning to paint them same truck color.
Right. Nice.
But when I sandblasted, I really liked the color, and I ended up like just installing that way.
It's a sweet rig. It's super clean looking. And, we had looked at this vehicle years ago when they came out. And the one thing that turned us off was like the blue and the white top. It's like everyone we saw was blue, white top. And I'm like, I don't like the color.
Yeah.
But this one looks so cool. It has that safari look to it. It really looks nice.
Yeah, Trail Teams, any Trail Team edition, unique thing about that is roof color is matched with the rest of the body, and your seats are also matched with exterior color.
Oh, yeah. I see
And
that.
all
Nice.
the interior panels are also matched with exterior body. It's just it's a nice little touch when it comes to color.
Looks really smart, man.
Yeah.
Great rig. Okay, so if people want to check out your rig, check out what you do, how do they find you?
On Instagram, fj.sandy. I can be reached there, and on Facebook there is a link on my profile. You can message or call if you have any questions about FJ Cruisers.
Yep, so check it out, fj.sandy, S-A-N-D-Y.
Yes, sir.
Cool, we'll put it on the screen below.
Sounds good.
And then, cool,
Thank you.
awesome, man, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so got one more vehicle to show you guys. This is Steph. Steph, what year do you have here, and what do you have?
This is a 2016 4Runner Trail Premium.
What does Trail Premium mean?
This is the one with the KDSS.
Nice. Okay, cool. And then you've got a lift on it, so what have you done?
It's the Icon Stage 2s. Kind of muddy, can't really see it. It's got to be cleaned out, so I've got a lot of squeaks going on. That's my next project.
Okay, so Icon Stage 2, how many inches do you get lift?
2.5.
Sweet. And then what do you have right here?
This is Bay Area Metal Fabs rock sliders. So the kick out. It actually protected me in an accident. I don't know if you could see right here, it's touching the body.
Okay.
Some guy hit me into a median and it took the brunt of the force. So there's a lot of scrapage down here, but nothing too major on the...
And that was from an on-road accident.
Yes.
Wow, okay, that's good. It saved you.
70 plus miles per hour. Yeah. So the kick out pushed me away from the wall.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Unconventional use.
Right. At that point, it's a bumper, not a rock slider.
Yeah.
Nice. And then we're going to look at one more thing. This is, you said it's a minimalist approach.
Yeah.
So What do you have back here?
That's just my CB radio. It's gotten me through a lot of trails with my friends. It's
Right.
one of my first mods ever.
Nice,
So
I like
it's
it.
hardwired in
And then, how long have you had the vehicle?
since 2016 December.
Okay, nice. So you've got a lot of trail miles on it, right?
Yes.
Sweet. And what states have you gone off-roading in?
Colorado is most recent. I've done Arizona. I've done Utah now.
Mm-hmm.
This one's my favorite.
Right?
A lot of California.
Awesome.
Where else did I go? I lost track.
But that's at least 4 states, so that's really awesome. So I want to tell you guys, for Natalie, Bailey, and myself, last night was a first for us, being out overlanding and eating ice cream. Steph brought blueberry ice cream. It was really awesome. She kept it in her cooler on dry ice last night, so thank you. That was really cool.
You're welcome.
That was a nice, unexpected treat.
Actually, it was ubi.
Ubi?
Filipino ice cream. You tried Filipino ice cream?
Filipino ice cream, so even better. That was really cool. It was really good. Ready to keep hitting the trail?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get out of here.
Join us next Friday as we wake up to the beautiful sunrise at our Arch campsite. And then we explore more of the trail and see caves, cliffs, and some historic buildings.